Choose from a variety of new civilizations. Pursue individual goals to add landmarks to your capital city. And sneakily interact with the opposition in this first ever expansion for Tapestry. Hey guys, and welcome to Tantrum House Studio J. I'm Jonah Do.
And I'm Shantelle Do. And today we're looking at the expansion of Tapestry called Plans and Ploys. Still requires 90 to 120 minutes, 1 to 5 players, and the base game is required as well.
Right, this is an expansion to the base game, so you've got to have the base game in order to play it. But this expansion brings new landmark miniatures, new civilization match, they're more asymmetric. We've also got new landmark cards that all the players are given as like individual achievements when you start playing. Stonemaier Games was kind enough to send us a copy, and we've gotten it to our table a bunch of times, and we're super stoked to bring this review to our channel. Let's take a look at how it's played.
In the expansion, you are given 10 new asymmetric civilization maps.
You also have 15 new Tapestry cards, 9 of which are self-explanatory. 1 that is paired with a landmark, and the other 5 are trap-like cards that can be played during conquer actions or as regular Tapestry cards.
It also includes 7 new unique painted landmark miniatures, 5 for landmark cards, 1 for a new Tapestry card, and 1 for a new space tile.
After setup, landmark cards are selected by the first player and then passed counterclockwise until each player picks a card. The landmark featured on the card can be gained by the player by the end of their turn if the goal is met.
5 new space tiles are included, one in which is specifically paired with a landmark, and the other cards read, whenever you advance on such and such track, gain 5 victory points.
And lastly, 12 landmark tokens. Place the tokens on the corresponding spaces on the advancement tracks. These serve as reminders for which landmarks are still available. That's your inside scoop to how to play Tapestry, Plans, and Ploys. We've been able to get it to our table a few times, and we've really enjoyed the new civilization mats. That was a big deal to us. If you played the base game, you realize that some of the civilization mats just aren't balanced. So I felt like Stonemaier heard our cries and our reviews and gave us new civilization mats that are balanced with asymmetric powers. You don't have to spot anybody points or anything like that.
Correct. One of the really cool features that I enjoyed was those landmark cards. So each person is given a landmark card and you have a goal. At the end of your turn, if you're able to complete your goal, you gain that landmark. And you can go ahead and add that to your capital city. You know how you're always just trying to gain more points or resources by filling up certain things in your capital city. So gaining those new landmarks are just really great.
Yeah, I thought that was big. If you've played the base game with 3, 4, or 5 players, honestly, you've just realized that getting the landmarks can be really tough. I've played before where I'm like second on each track, and so I'm always out of reach of getting a landmark. And so with the new landmark cards, having that individual landmark that I can achieve at some point during the game was a big deal to be able to add that to your capital city.
Correct. And one feature that we thought really wasn't that big of a deal, but then ended up really being one for us, were those tokens.
Right.
Because as you're going along and you're collecting those landmarks, just having that reminder of, oh, that landmark is still available, or I've collected that one, is really cool.
Right. We played the game once, even with the expansion, just without the landmark tokens. We thought, oh, no big deal, we won't put those on. And we realized in the game, like, we're forgetting to grab landmarks because the tokens weren't there. So the landmark tokens was a big addition too. The game also comes with a space tile that will replace one of the space tiles in the base game if you know which one has the misprint. So this expansion fixes that, along with new space tiles. I also felt like some of the reviews and comments about the base game were answered in those space tiles too, because one of the civilizations, the aliens, actually lets you start the game with space tiles. Sometimes when you play Tapestry, even getting to the end of that exploration track, you're like, I want the space tiles, but it's so hard to get there. So the expansion adds the ability to get a few of those early.
The only thing that's not included in the expansion that we were kind of just a little bit bummed out about was those tech cards.
Right.
So you know on your track that you're able to go ahead and advance those tech cards by moving them forward. And that wasn't included in the expansion.
Right.
So hopefully maybe in another expansion of Tapestry we'll see those tech cards in there, Stonemaier.
Right. One of the cool things about the expansion though is that they do have trap cards and sabotage cards, if I'm not mistaken. And so in the base game, if you're ever in a conquer action and someone plays a trap on you, there's pretty much nothing you could do. But in the expansion, there's actually like a reverse trap or a runaway retreat card, things like that. So trap cards aren't the end all on those conquer actions either, and that was a big deal. So that is Tapestry, Plans, and Ploys. Honestly, I think if we get Tapestry to the table, we've just got to add the expansion.
Yeah.
It's down. One of the expansions that I just don't see myself. I don't see myself playing the base game without the expansion.
Correct. Yes.
Honestly. So anyway, thanks for watching our videos. If you like what you see, comment below, follow us, subscribe,
yeah.
and we'll see you guys later. Thanks. Sound on? We got sound. We got sound. We have sound, everybody. Add landmarks to your capital city to do something else that I didn't get right. Oh, we got it. Tapestry expansion is called Plans and Ploys, which I should have said earlier when I said that.